Yay! Thank you so much for tuning in to my very first podcast, the very first episode. Today's episode features Ryan McKeown from Below Deck Down Under. It is such a good interview. Stick around, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm James Pike. I run Below Deck Above Average. This is my podcast, Pop-Off with James. I have Ryan McKeown. He is the chef on Below Deck Down Under. So let's just get into it. How are you today?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
You know what? Just living life, you know?
That's it. One day at a time on the right side of the ground.
Exactly. This is actually my very first episode. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's all good.
Hey, man, it's cool. I had some cameras in front of my face for, quite a bit of weeks. And yeah, it takes a minute jumping into something like this. So let's kill it.
So I just read that Below Deck is like one of the top reality shows on television right now. And did you know Below Deck was that big? Like, how does it feel being a part of something that big? Like, is it crazy?
I mean, it's kind of funny because it's something that's kind of frowned upon in the yachting industry. It's like, oh, it'll cancel you, no work, you're not going to get any work. But I think it's, that's all a bunch of crap. It's a reality television show that has been going on for, I want to say like 8-9 years now. And it's just blown up. The drama's there, the experience is there. People it's almost like they are there living the same, what we're doing and what's going on. So I'm super excited on where the show has gone and the potential it has to take me, even further.
Can you tell us a little bit how you got involved in the show?
So the show, I was always aware of it. Years back, I was in Belfast, Maine, working at a restaurant, the Gothic, and I had a group of yachties starting to come in just about every day, and I realized they were up there for Front Street Shipyard. They had a big sailboat they were on, and I've always loved the water, but that's where my interest in yachting kind of started, and that was the same time Below Deck was launching. So it was kind of cool. And I worked for a few more years within the hotel industry and restaurants and as a private chef. And then I just transitioned to boats and an opportunity arose and I kind of jumped on it.
Nice. So do you feel like you're accurately portrayed so far in the show?
I mean, per usual, we're a reality television show and we are there for viewers' experiences. And we spend a lot of time filming. There's lots of hours and, there's going to be a villain everywhere. And at times, am I a villain? Of course. But I have a restaurant background. Things are done a certain way. We're pretty strict within the restaurants. And, I try to transition that into boats. And when I find the right team and the right crew, it really works. And unfortunately for me on that show, it did not work. So here we are.
Have you done any other podcasts or?
So you are my first podcast. So I'm super excited. This is awesome. So, we're popping both our cherries here. So it's exciting.
Nice. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I read that you have like a lot of tattoos and you see it on the show. You have a fork and a spoon and a mermaid tattoo. Can you discuss a little bit about your tattoos and what they mean to you?
All right, so tattoos. I got Anthony Bourdain on my right arm. It was a sketch done by a guy, Louis Rosengal, out of Portland, Maine. I found it, I fell in love with it, and I put it on my arm as a little remembrance to two close friends that I had from Philadelphia that are no longer with us. They both passed very close to Anthony Bourdain's death, so I thought it was a really good tribute for them as they both worked in hospitality as well. I have a pig on my arm for my love of pigs. They are super smart animals. Living in Maine, I got to experience such a young coalition of farmers that migrated to Maine and, slaughter. It's real. It happens. You want to eat pork, a pig has to die. I just fell in love with pigs. And
would you ever get a pet pig?
Who knows what the future has for me there? I might. And then I have a mermaid on the arm is a part of my past. It was someone that I, was super fond of, super keen on, and she's no longer part of my life, but it had a huge impact on my life. So I felt that, that needed to be there. I have a big slice of pizza on my arm as well. I grew up in pizzerias. My father he passed away 9/11/2009. So I thought, what a better way, just to give me a little remembrance of him. So I popped a slice of pizza on my arm. I got a few birds on there that are, some other significant exes of my past that have flown away. And,
Nice.
Yeah, and then while I was in Australia, actually, I went on my wrist there. I got a little bit of some coral reef done, and so I got some coral and some fish. So, yeah, that's my right arm.
I think like getting tattoos that mean something but don't directly show that it means that, like a symbolization or something, is really good to get, because if you're not with that person anymore or whatever, then it doesn't like say their name or something, right? So I like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with somebody's name on them, and I'm just like, wow. It's honestly, it's pure trash to put someone's name on you. It's bad luck. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, it's actually the worst. It's like a lower back tattoo.
A tramp stamp. Yep. They were pretty popular though, where I grew up. Yeah, it's ratchet.
Yeah, totally. Sorry to hear about your dad. Sorry, I wanted to interject that.
Not a problem.
On the show, how much of it is you trying to like kind of stir the pot a little bit, and how much do you think is just you working away like you would without the cameras?
So it's a funny start. My first impression of getting on that boat, I had a snarky comment asked, and that kind of set the tone in my mood with one person in particular, and it made it really hard for me to work. At times, can I be arrogant? Of course, anybody can. Am I loud? Yes, that's my nature. If you don't like it, leave. Don't deal with it. It's that is who I am.
Yeah.
But we have so many hours that we film, and we are solely there for entertainment purposes, and we all have a job to do. So can I say that, do I have great cuts? Yeah, I have amazing cuts. Do I have bad cuts? Yes, I do. But it's part of the show. It's part of what we do. It's what I signed up for. And I am completely happy with everything thus far. I love all the hate. It's like, people want to hate on me. Like, you're taking the time out of your day to hate on me. You actually have to follow me to comment. Like, so you're doing that. Like, joke's on you.
I was just going to say that I love how you like kind of troll people and like your stories and stuff. I'm like reposting that. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on, and believe it or not to sound arrogant, even though it probably will to people, I'm going to throw a ballpark number out and just say 75% of the people commenting can't even afford to get on a boat. So they have no idea. Yeah. Yachting has completely changed. Everybody has this pretentious idea of what yachting is. White glove, silver service. No, what yachting is today is our clients get what they ask for. If it's a burger, it's a burger. It's a hot dog, hot dog. You want a ham and cheese sandwich, it's a ham and cheese sandwich. Unfortunately, for people that think yachting is just this prestigious thing, they're wrong. It's really not. To me, it's not, or at least who I work for, because I work for the right people. I don't work for arrogant pricks that have too much money that, they can walk in and off of their boat during without a mask because they're vaxxed, but they keep their crew on the boat with a mask on. Like, that's and that's not somebody I would work for. So to me, yachting has changed, and I work for the right people.
How many years have you been in yachting?
So yachting now, it's 6, 7. It's, I'm more of a liaison to, my clients. I'm very involved in their day-to-days, and, they've done well for me. If I need something, I have the people I can go to, and them watching me on the show, they find it hilarious because, they know me firsthand, and, Aesha has a ton of followers, and believe it or not, all the hate I'm getting is just from like Aesha's super fans. They don't even care that the primaries and charter guests are chiming in about how much they love me, and they got what they asked for. It's what they put on their product. Like, they're so biased, and they see right past it. It's like they only want to watch and listen to that miserable laugh that, believe it or not, I get so much love on how much people cannot take what she says and how she is. I mean, she is arrogant in my eyes, and her laugh and that bubbly, giddy personality, it's a fucking front for how nasty she really is. Really? So do you think that there's part of her that we haven't seen that you've seen that you're kind of alluding to, or what? Hey, man, she's a fan favorite. She's going to get portrayed one way, and that's, I accept it, and I'm okay with it. it is what it is. She's not ready to be a chief stew. It's just, yeah, she has no idea. Like communication, there was none with her. If she tells me 8 o'clock and then my food's ready at 8 o'clock, she goes, "Oh, the guests aren't ready." Well, you told me 8 o'clock. So,
Yeah. So what you're saying is like it's her job to be like, hey, food's ready, like let's get ready for dinner kind of thing. Is that what you mean?
if I'm hanging out in a hot tub and I requested my dinner at 8 o'clock, if I'm still in the hot tub at 8 o'clock and somebody doesn't tell me like, "Hey, it's dinner time," they want to eat. Like they want to eat. Let them know, "Hey guys, you ready for dinner?" I mean, we saw it perfectly. Charlie, first charter. It was dinner or lunch. I'm not sure which one it was, but they were all hanging out in the hot tub. And she goes, "Oh, well, the guests aren't ready yet." The second she finally communicated with the guests, they popped right out of the hot tub. They're point proven. It's just, and we had bad communication. Like I said, she set the tone immediately, but I'm the I said, "Don't be stupid." But
Yeah.
it's like me asking you if you're good at your job. Like, you don't do that. Like, that's the first day, first 5 minutes on the boat. Like, so, but I'm arrogant and I'm okay with it. It's like we threw snowballs at Santa Claus from an arrogant place. Apparently, it is what it is.
Right off the bat, you're kind of like, this is how I work. This is how you can work around me. This is how we can work together. You kind of laid it all out.
Exactly. But then again, we have a seasoned below decky, she's seasoned. She's over salted is what she is. Good. Well, off of Aesha, let's get on to some other stuff. What do you got?
What do I got? Okay, so if you could fire any cast member off the entire boat, but it didn't include Aesha, who would it be?
You know what? I would fire Mags. And not because of her work ethic or how she works, but because that girl is destined for bigger things. She's beautiful, she's smart, and she's amazing. And I'd be the one that I'd want to set her free and let her go and thrive.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she'll get some more like modeling opportunities or whatever throughout the show, right? So
I'm hoping so. She was staying with me for a while, as quite a bit of the cast has been. And she went down to Mexico City for a modeling contract. She came back and she just jumped on a boat. So she's in Palma right now and, getting her money up. But her focus is modeling, and she's going to be a star. Everybody's going to know who she is soon.
Oh, 100%. And I was wondering, so you were just talking about how people stay with you after the show. Are you allowed to say any people that you keep in touch with or name those people that stay with you?
I'm in touch with every single person from the entire crew except Aesha.
Except Aesha, okay. Hey, thanks for listening. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, head on over to my Instagram and fast forward to this part to see some exclusive photos of Ryan and the crew.
Squared it away. I was probably a little hard on the way I overreacted with Captain, and that is my problem. And I do take fault for that. It was just the wrong time, like criticism while I'm still in the middle of service. So poor timing on his part, but definitely I was a complete the way I reacted.
So I'm just going to ask one more question about this season. Then I want to ask you something about another Below Deck season. Cool. So do you think that Jamie would have reacted differently if Brittini was the one caught in the jacuzzi with the charter guests and not like Culver?
I don't know how I can really answer that. Do I think Jamie had biased opinion? Maybe, but I think Jamie did a great job at, identifying, key factors and whatever people were capable of. So, when your job can get done, I think there's a little more leeway to have fun. And Culver was there for the guests, and I think the same. I think he would have been okay with it if it was Brittini and she was there for the guests. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're there for. We're there to entertain.
So this is like the biggest Below Deck question of all time. If you remember Below Deck Mediterranean, season 5, what do you think of Captain Sandy?
I think Captain Sandy is a badass.
You love her?
I'm a fan. I love seeing women in a dominant role. Like, she drives a big boat. She carries a lot of responsibility, and I think she handles people well.
But do you think that she handled the Hannah situation well, or do you have any opinion on that at all?
That whole Hannah thing, I don't really know that I have an answer for that, to be honest. Number one, I'm not 100% aware of it. I have bits and pieces. I'm not like this big super fan myself of the show. So I was a fan of it in the beginning. I watched it in the beginning. I caught up, I binged. But other than that, it's television in general is not part of my like daily life. I hate television. I don't have one in the bedroom. I have a few shows I watch, and Below Deck, I barely watch my season, to be honest. I hear enough about it on social that I don't even need to watch it. It's, it's become part of the Ryan show. It's, everything's Ryan. So the way I look at it, I did something right because people are talking.
So you feel like if it was you on this season and you just kind of were in the background, or you on this season, how it is right now, you'd rather it just be like the villain and like that kind of way?
Well, we didn't have no drama. Nobody was, there was no hookups. It was, and I am who I am, and I had a damn good time being there. Unfortunately, like I said, the tone was set immediately with a nasty question. And I will say that we both tried, even Aesha, we both tried to squash the differences, and it never caught on. It never worked.
Do you really know what's going on inside the galley? Like, do you hear things from people? Do you see, like, what's your vantage point from the galley?
It sucked. There was zero communication. I didn't know what the was going on. We were late. They're trying to tell me like I can't be a stickler for time.
Yeah.
Everything about yachting is timing. When we can get off the dock, if they're doing a beach picnic. I mean, they took me to the beach for a dinner and it was dark. Like, what am I supposed to do? So timing is everything on a boat, and people like to stick to a schedule. When you pay a lot of money, they want to see things, they want to have activities, they want to do if I'm late on a meal or a meal runs late, that could snorkeling adventure, the scuba diving, like everything is timing in my eyes, as in a restaurant. So I think restaurant life and yachting life, when it comes to the back of the house people, it should it should be the same.
Yeah. But like, as for like the drama and like the happenings of the boat, like outside of dinner service, like, did you really like, are you learning a lot of stuff on the show when you watch it, or did you kind of know that stuff was going on?
I mean, I'm very aware of my surroundings, and but I knew it was going on, and it might have been just from somebody passing through the galley, but it's gonna happen. So, but communication wasn't there, and in a lot of departments. Coming back to me, so I was kind of blind a lot, and it sucked. We're doing a beach picnic. We're not doing a beach picnic. We're going back now. It's timing, man, and timing was, and I'm cool with it. I had a great time. I literally checked out and was on holiday basically after that first charter. I'm getting paid, and I'm not too happy right now. But you know what? I'm in Australia. I don't know the next time I'm going to be back.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Australia's dope. So there's something to say about somebody who's just basically like, this is how I am, take it or leave it, there's no surprises. I kind of prefer that over somebody you can't really figure out, you know what I mean?
No. I mean, if you look back, look at me and Toomey. We have one of the best relationships, and we probably argued every day. That girl grounded me. She kept me in check, and I love her to death. And who's to say, like, every day's a new day. And if you want to be that arrogant type of person that has a grudge, like, cool, good for you. Your life is only this show. Like, let's see Aesha get hired outside of the show. I don't know if it happens or not. I can't say that she works on boats outside of the show, but right now her whole life is Bravo. And if she's okay with it, I'm happy for her. But I live a real life. I work very hard. I live a good life too. And I have zero regrets. Not even a letter.
That's amazing.
So,
okay, so let's play a little game here. I'm gonna say something, and then you're just gonna finish the sentence. Are you cool with that?
I'm good with it. Let's do it. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Aesha is.
She's just mean.
Just mean.
she's totally that, like, you can't sit with us type.
So on to the next one. So one thing I wish I could have done differently is.
You know, I wish we could have got off on a better foot. I really do.
Yeah.
I think it made for a poor experience for myself. Not so much her. Like I said, she's seasoned, but it made for a bad experience for myself. And I wish we could have. I wish that question never came out of her mouth, and then I wouldn't have asked her to not be stupid.
Are you chef?
Yeah, that's an arrogant question. It's me going into a place and are you good at your job? Like that should not be the first interaction you have with somebody.
Okay, so next question is I love blank.
I love Magna.
Oh, are you guys dating now?
No, we're not dating. We're very good friends. We understand each other, and you know, we're there for each other. So I know she's a lifelong friend, and she's there to stay. So
nice. Okay, and the next question is I hate blank.
Oh God, I hate a lot of things. Do you want me to refer to the show or how I'm feeling?
The first thing that comes to your head.
I hate the way, you know, I started off. You know, the guests love me, but I hate. You know, I would. You know, I don't think I hate anything. Actually, I don't hate anything. Yeah, I don't hate it. Exactly. I don't hate anything. I don't really use that word. And yeah, I don't hate anything, but yeah, I don't hate anything. There's not even a but.
That's a good question. That's a good answer.
Yeah. I'm happy.
So we're gonna do spicy time, marry, or throw overboard. So it's like marry, kill, but like boating style. We'll do Toomey, Brittini, or Aesha. Marry, kill, but boating style.
All right, so marry, kill. Toomey, Brittini, and Aesha. Well, you damn well know I'm burying Aesha 6 feet under. I'm gonna marry Toomey because that woman will keep me in check for the rest of my life. And Brittini, she's a little freaky right now, so we'd probably get down and dirty.
Is there anything that you kind of want to just pop off about?
No, I mean, I think we hit it. You know, you got my feelings, how I felt, and how I feel now, and I have no regrets. You know, like I said, looking back, the only thing I'd like to change different was that first impression that I had of her. That, you know, it set the tone for, you know, for my season. So nice. We got a lot more. We got a lot more shit to come.
Awesome. And is reality television, is that something that you like willing to continue with, or are you kind of done with it? Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm totally down and open to whatever comes my way. I have my hands in quite a bit right now, you know, working on a restaurant. I have a big podcast I'm looking to drop. I got some amazing, actually, I got some pretty big names that are going to pop off on the start. So I'm super excited for that. Big names outside of reality television, actual stars. Not I'm like an F-lister. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. You know, Miami's the place. I just got rid of a company I built, and yeah, I'm super excited. I got a lot going on, and yeah, this isn't hurting me. It's only helping me, and I love to hate. So keep hating on it. I'm going to take it right to the bank.
Awesome. I love that attitude. Is there anything that you want to plug? Like, do you have the name of your podcast?
Obviously, follow me, Chef Ryan McKeown on IG, and the podcast is there in my bio. It's the Yes Daddy podcast, and it's real, it's raw, and it's going to be a little kinky, a little bit dirty. You know, the co-host, not really a co-host. We're kind of rolling through different Miami personalities like socialites, you know, influencers, and I would say they're not really like the Robin of Howard Stern, but they're kind of there, and you know, little hint here, they get to kind of hang out and swing around in a sex swing that's kind of hanging from the ceiling. So it's going to be pretty interesting. No boundaries, completely raw. Obviously, everybody has to accept what they're coming into. So there's no degrading or anything like that of anybody. They're going to be aware of what's going on. So it might come off to the public like, oh, you're doing that. But everybody that's involved in this podcast, I have an amazing team, and it's going to be awesome. We're all on the same page.
Do you have a date?
It's supposed to be June, but I'm looking at July right now. It's probably going to be July.
Yeah, so, take your time, man.
Yeah, I got some big names that are going to be doing some promoting for it. So it's going to hit some pretty cool outlets that, I never thought I'd have a chance to touch. So I'm excited.
I do have to add that my friend Melissa Feaster, she does a side piece podcast. She's had like so many famous people like Denise Richards and just like so many
Awesome. I love
people.
her.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she's amazing, and I can't say enough good things about her. So if you ever get a chance, I think you should do her podcast.
Well, I would love to connect with her if that's possible. I'm super excited for what I have in the future and, what other outlets I'm set up to be on. So
Nice. So we're going to be
yeah.
seeing a lot more of you, which is amazing.
The memes are not going to stop. I have a great marketing team. They are my marketing team for my company that have nothing better to do. Um, Actually, I told them today if they hit their marks, they don't have to. They can just focus on memes. So it's gonna be interesting.
Nice. You need to make a meme just for this episode, and then I'll put it as the cover.
100%. If you have any photos or things like that, you can share with me. I'll definitely get them. I'll definitely make some fun, and we'll have some fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see a lot more of you. Thank you so much for doing my podcast.
I appreciate your time. And, I hope your fans like it. I'm glad I got to pop your cherry and you popped mine. So onward and upward.
Totally, man. Yeah, reach out if you ever need anything. Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I super appreciate it. This is my new podcast, and it's my very first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I honestly could not do this without each and every one of you guys. Please follow me on Instagram. It's at Pop-Off with James, at Below Deck Above Average, and at It's James Pike. I will be uploading my podcast to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so watch out for it there. But in the meantime, catch it on my Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week.